mistakes this week, okay? The coaching staff has gone in. We've simplified the game plan. Let's go out here and execute. Hey, we got to execute to win.
Let's go!
All right, man. Bring it in tight. Bring it in tight. All right, let me tell you something. Today was great. You guys went out there and executed flawlessly. You keep practicing like that, we are going to win a lot of ball games this year.
Fellas, I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it. Listen, great job today. It was a step in the right direction for you and this team. And as long as you keep moving in the right direction, we're going to be just fine.
Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Jets going up against the Dolphins. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, we come to you from a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls with an 11th on the way in 2020. Yes, we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Tonight, we'll have the final 2 games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet.
And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why some...
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Their dangerous wide receiver from 6 yards away. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want
them going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency. Been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Their dangerous wide receiver from 10 yards out. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to roam now. And the cutback to the sideline. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big...
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there from 10 yards out. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the back.
Just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out of the field.
Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead.
Is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away. Things up here. Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Fourth down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Jets, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week one victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Miami,
NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Buccaneers going up against the 49ers. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
Larry, we are down the peninsula from San Francisco as you get a look inside modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. An early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is caught inside the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. With your 6th-round pick, not many expect them to jump. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came in.
If that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground. two in and bats it away.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
In that situation on 3rd and inches, it's not a surprise that you're going to have big-time guys up front trying to stop things, so you've got to win the leverage game. The offensive line, as the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Josh Gordon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Longer, they're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 96 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force for a receiver. So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Josh Gordon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now, we're on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people. A really nice game. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Today, not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at
one to the right. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
That was the key.
He's back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will have the first. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up? Or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now? Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got 1 good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
I thought it was you. I did last week. I did the last 2 weeks.
Al, I was trying to go for 3.
Dinner.
Quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you that one.
There, get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
You're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now it'll be up to their defense to try and see this one out.
So remember now, a field goal on this next drive would get us to sudden death. Any kind of turnover on downs would end the game, as with any touchdown. So this one's still very much up in the air. I will guarantee that in the huddle before the return, the special teams coach told his return team, we need points to stay in this game. Just get us a good return. Well, he got better than that. He got a mammoth return. Now they're in a position to go ahead and win the game and not just tie it up.
The 40 on the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A great game partner, spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game alive. They do one better. They get it in the end zone and end it.
And I don't know about you, but I'm worn out. That type of a game takes it all out of us as well, not just the guys on the field. What a tremendous finish, and as you noted, were they going to go and try and get 3 and keep the game going? And that wasn't good enough for them. They got the touchdown, and that's why we're...
Mother Nature has decided to show up here, and rain is sure to have an impact on this game. Ball security will come into play, as both teams will have to deal with some very slippery conditions. It's the Jets going up against the Eagles. With that, let's get out to Zilker Stadium. We're standing by our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a lot. And they'll go with the ground attack here. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll be a New York first.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started, but even more importantly.
Defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game. And how careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in touchdown, New York. Their big-bodied receiver, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field.
He put it aside. Let's find out. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man on the comebacker. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now they go screen. It's complete. They find some open field here. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I'll tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
The Jets defense, obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the 3rd quarter has not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the 2nd half. Can hold it in. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone. Time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. See if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Eagles. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Jets, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So that's a wrap.
It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Jets going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call on this Week 3 matchup.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a cut to the left sideline. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. The first play from scrimmage? Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now. Eventually, big plays may result.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 1 quarter down. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. A tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meal next week.
Whatever it is, guaranteed he will ask for the exact same thing each and every week as long as he continues to run like that. Sometimes it's that simple, partner.
Yeah,
Just,
and you know how superstitious these guys can be.
Oh, there's no doubt, right? If you put your left sock on first and you have this kind of...
Before we get to halftime. They'll look to throw here. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now... That's taken on the 25. Room here to run. Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. Here's the... They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets are going to take the lead. He's giving him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific...
Possibly to take from that.
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But
there he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets are going to take the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. Points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So that'll
Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the 49ers going up against the Cardinals. So with that, let's get right out to the stadium. Brandon Gott and Charles Davis have the call on this Week 4 matchup.
Okay, Larry, first opened in 2006. Here's a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done. Weaknesses, and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Always got some breathing room. Cut back, left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes. Quick, but able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football. That's why he was able to bat it away.
Escaping the pressure right. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the
to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or try.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays when
Waiting for the defense. What's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read?
Time to talk it over. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And his kick is good. He knocks through his third field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. And just a heck of a final drive that you and I just got to witness.
We got to see calm, cool, and collected in action, didn't we? That allowed them to go down the field and score the game-winning points.
So for San Francisco, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that'll do it for.
It's just something about a good old flood watching down red clay.
We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Rams going up against the 49ers. Set for the call of this Week 8 matchup, let's bring in our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gautin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49.
You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Green 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their dangerous wide receiver as time expires in the first half. And the 49ers are back within a score.
Did I just see all of that happen? Did I just see the pass, the catch in the end zone for a touchdown, the clock go to zeros? All we've got now is the PAT left before we end a really good half.
Yeah, that's something to take into the lockers. A little momentum to build on for sure.
And what I want you to watch is the team that kicks the PATs.
It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports.
Niners line up at the 41. The pass is complete near the sideline. And that connection will lead to a gain of 14 yards. Niners will later turn it over on an interception. Now with the shot after the pick. Handoff and run goes up the middle. And this run goes for a touchdown. Now trailing by just 3. We move late into the second. Under pressure here, and the ball is picked off. Rams will end up returning it for a touchdown, pushing the lead to 10. Still a little time left on the clock. The pass will be completed along the sideline.
Thank you.
Confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here. Stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's... Another pistol look here. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield. Now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a...
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Their big tight end, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it.
To win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.